Gemini, welcome to your love reading. We're going to take a look and see what's next in love for you guys, all right? So, apply this to your own unique situations. You may switch the roles if you want. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you guys get notified on when my new videos post and when I go live. Also, if you guys are interested in wanting to follow me on my social media pages, personal readings with me on Zoom, pre-recorded. The links and the details are in the description box below. Also, if you guys haven't joined my channel memberships, hit the join button. I'll greatly appreciate it if you guys did join, just to support me and also my, I almost said my family, and my channel. And that's it. Okay, so what messages do we have here for Gemini? What messages do we have here for Gemini? Tell me about Gemini. What's Gemini's overall energies in love? What's Gemini's overall energies in love? With the Five of Pentacles here. Five of Pentacles, the Judgment card, and the Hangman. I feel like Summer is stuck in limbo here. Summer is feeling very lonely right now. Summer is feeling very maybe abandoned here. And I feel like Summer is trying to seek out some sort of closure, but I feel like Summer is stuck. Summer is stuck in limbo, just suspended, you know, where there's just no progress here. Yeah. It's just kind of like, you know, because that Hangman can be a kind of like a stuck or stagnant energy. Yeah. There's neither progress nor there is regression. Yeah. Maybe there is regression for somebody. I don't know. We have the Justice card, Libra energy, the Star card, Aquarius energy. I think that right now someone is trying to find balance here. The problem is whoever is going through this right now, I do feel like someone is turning to unhealthy coping mechanisms to deal with whatever they're trying to avoid here. I think that someone here thinks that, you know, these certain things that they're doing is good for their healing here, but it's actually making it worse. It's creating more stagnant and stuck energy here. Like, it's almost like an energy of like, you know, someone here is, you know, it's just kind of like creating their own karma. Someone is like self-inflicting their own karma here and self-inflicting their own suffering here, you know? But, you know, I feel like Spirit is saying that there's an opportunity for someone here to come out of this if they choose to release this devil energy. You know, if they choose to, you know, break the unhealthy patterns that's keeping someone here stuck, right? So we have the Justice card, the Star, and the Devil. Tell me about something here. Hold on one second. Who is coming towards you next in love? Who is coming towards you next in love? You have the King of Wands here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. You also have the Nine of Wands here. I mean, Gemini, this may be you. I mean, this could be the person that you may have dealt with here. Someone who's very defensive, you know, someone who's very reactive here. But, you know, this could also be indication that, you know, if this is you, you know, you could be sitting in this energy of like, you're just trying to protect yourself. Maybe you're trying to protect your ego here. Maybe your ego is bruised. Because you have the Seven of Pentacles, you're thinking about something a lot here. It seems like you can't let it go or something. It's, you know, you have that Devil card, you know, so that Devil card can be not only like bad habits and bad behavior and stuff like that, you know, or just, you know, just unhealthy patterns, but it could be kind of like an obsessive energy, like just obsessing over it over and over and over again. You have the Fool card here, and then with the King to Queen of Wands, this is a true pair with the King of Cups here. I think that you may be dealing with someone here, or that someone here is dealing with you. Someone here feels like someone here does not love them anymore, if that makes sense. You know, love is interesting because you want to love someone for who they are, right? The good and the bad. But if someone here is like cramming shit down your throat and being disrespectful, you know, screaming at you, yelling at you, putting you down and stuff like that, insulting you and stuff like that, you know, it doesn't really kind of breed, you know, a healthy, safe relationship. Right? So, you know, there are limitations, you know, when it comes to loving someone for who they are. You know, I understand that there, we have our bad sides, right? But if we're actually hurting people and disrespecting people, that's a different story. So you do, you can, have the choice and the free will to leave, right? So what this person truly wants from you, I think that they want to work things out here with you, because I feel like this person sees, long term here with you. They see you as someone who's very caring, who's very nurturing, who has stability and structure, basically who has their life together. And maybe the other person that you're dealing with does not. Someone is fantasizing about you a lot. I think that, also this person's like really, really, like is really confused with the Seven of Cups here. Someone is missing you a lot. Yeah, someone is missing your presence, and they feel like they don't really know what to do with themselves here. I just feel like whoever this is, this person may have a hard time dealing with this, processing through it in a healthy way, because it seems like there's a repetitive pattern that keeps hurting the relationship, hurting the other person, and also hurting themselves here too, because, this is an energy of kind of like, it's kind of like a form of self-sabotage here. Instead of doing what's right, with a star card, this person always chooses the shortcut, chooses the shortcut and basically allows their demons to win. Let's see. Tell me about what needs to be released in order for love to fully arrive. Ten of Swords, wow. The Hermit. I think that, this is about really truly introspecting and self-reflecting and really doing the work to heal. Yeah. And like I said, some of you maybe thinking that, hey, if I, drink a lot of alcohol, if I do drugs or something like that, this is going to help me heal. But it doesn't. It makes it worse. It makes your nervous system more nervous or more on edge than it already is, right? So it kind of makes it worse. It makes a fight or flight response worse, right? Because this doesn't calm you down. It calms you down temporarily. It's just a band-aid, but you're not getting to the root of the issue. Six of Pentacles here and the Nine of Swords. I think that, with the Nine of Swords here, when I see the Nine of Swords and the Devil together and also the Seven of Cups, this is an indication that, to me, that, for somebody who's dealing with something with mental health here. The problem is somebody is not addressing it, though. They refuse to address it. There's shame, there's guilt surrounding this, there's also like, what's that word that I'm looking for? There's a stigma attached to this. That, okay, if I, seek out some sort of help, from a therapist or something like that, I'm crazy. But you're not, right? Let's see, tell me about the biggest change that's happening in your romantic love life right now. I don't think a whole lot. You have the Three of Swords here and the Magician. I think that someone is trying to control, like, the way that they're feeling here. I just feel like there's emotions, obviously there's emotions surrounding like an ending, right? There's a emotion surrounding breakups, right? But there's someone here that's avoiding feeling the emotion, right? When you don't feel, you don't heal. And I see that someone is trying to avoid that. What's the advice here? Four of Cups. It's basically is to work on this for somebody, whoever's going through this here. Problems, I feel like someone is having a hard time accepting the truth. Yeah, that's also a problem here too, because when you don't accept the truth, we don't have, there's no opening or doorway to heal because you're avoiding. Yeah. So Gemini, I do hope that this was helpful, and I'll speak to you guys in another read. Thanks. Bye.